Okay. Okay. Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome this morning to my channel. I'm sitting here in a little space in my little apartment with my boyfriend, and I was meditating this morning, and you know when you meditate, and if you meditate, and if you don't, I suggest you giving it a try. A lot of times in meditation what comes up is fear. And fear is a huge part of our existence because we have been, or I can speak from my experience and what as I look out into the world, we have been turned into consumers. And we buy into everything that makes us afraid, I think. By observing my thoughts in my meditation, you know, things can overwhelm me, or let me go back. The thoughts in my mind as they arise, as I'm just sitting in the room with my eyes closed and I meditate for 30 minutes, I have so many thoughts that rise and fall and try to take me away from my focus or just the allowance of those thoughts. A lot of them are about fear, and fear is an illusion because as I'm sitting there in the room, my mind is just coming up with all of these different scenarios, and they can be so strong as in to make you want to stop meditating and get up and take care of things, you know? Anyway, the illusion of fear is so strong within us, all of us, and we're like terrified, we're scared. We're just scared of so many things, and you know, I'm scared of sometimes of doing this channel, and I'm scared that I talk about it all the time, and I'm scared sometimes it arises that I'm scared to speak my mind, and I'm scared to give my opinion because I'm scared that nobody will like it. This fear is such an illusion because why wouldn't we have, you know, why all of us want, I think, or I speak for myself, all of us want to have freedom. And freedom, at least that's what I want. I mean, I think that all of us are really about the freedom within ourselves because we want conditions to be right outside of ourselves. And that is really scary because instead of thinking for ourselves, we have become consumers and thinking that I'm afraid that they will see me in private and see how I suffer. I'm afraid to be happy because they will accuse me of being fake, or I'm afraid to love because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to have a relationship to share myself because I don't want to be afraid of intimacy. I don't want to do something new because I'm afraid I will fail. You know, fear is so paramount to our consumer attitude. We buy into this. We buy into the fact that we feel that we need to do certain things to be a person, and perfection is illusion. It's illusory because there's no such thing as perfection. Because perfection would mean that there's no fear, right? But fear is primal. I'm not talking about the kind of fear that you would get if someone's holding a gun to your head. I'm talking about the fear of everyday life, a fear of not doing the right thing, fear of exposing yourself to say your truth that we all are like kind of, well, we know, and the fear of being wrong. I have a few quotes that I just want to share, then I just elaborate on them. It's okay to be scared. Being scared means you're about to do something really, really brave. But when that time comes for a lot of us, we stop doing the thing that we intend to do because we're afraid of, they say we're afraid of success, or we're afraid of failure. And failure is not final. Like, it's so interesting because I wouldn't be where I am without all of that. So that contrast of fear, but the illusion of fear has controlled, can control, and has controlled me in my person, and in my jobs. And I'm afraid, like, I'm not going to be just seen as being, you know, like this perfect thing. And where did I get this idea from? It's all around us all day. And, you know, it's a condition that has created you, brainwashed you into believing that if you're not perfect, you're not valid, or that you're like afraid of, you know, of admitting your truth. And, you know, I think we're all the same, basically, fundamentally. You know, we all want respect, and we all want to be true to ourselves, but sometimes it's so subconscious that we don't even realize that we are buying into it all, and it can be so overwhelming that you don't achieve anything. And it's okay if you don't want to achieve something, you know, because we are also told that we have to be the best in what we do, and we have to, I don't know, that all of that is part of the experience of being a human being, and all of that contrast is really, really valuable. But I think 90% of the fear that we have within ourselves is simply an illusion. And I've realized that because in order for me to grow, and because I want to, it just seems to be my natural thing, I have habits that, you know, that I'm afraid to share because, like, I smoke pot, you know, but I grew up with that being a wrong thing, and I have been an alcoholic, I think, and I haven't had a drink for like 13, 14 years, but that's just my story, and I cut that out, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm not an angel, and I take drugs from time to time, but I'm, you know, occasionally you know, like, you know, there's a part of me that is afraid to share my truth because I'm going to be judged by that. You know, nobody really does it because it's uncomfortable, and heaven forbid we feel uncomfortable, and that's part of the abstract thing, or it seems so real. The fear is so incredibly difficult to handle that it's just, it doesn't make for experience, because it's suffocating, and it can suffocate you. Now, let me see. I like this one. Everything worth doing starts with being scared. Why is this? Why do I read this quote? And, you know, everything worth doing starts with being scared. It seems to be that way, right? But if we were in a more encouraging society, encouraging ourselves to go into the unknown, because in fact I think we are doing this every single day. And, you know, like, Some people are so scared to leave their houses because the stress level or the panic attacks, you know, like, it's been within our culture, and by sharing this, you know, it's just becoming maybe just aware of your own level of fear and how it controls you. You know, like I say, you know, fear of the unknown, but this moment has never happened before, so the future's never happened, and, you know, fear of being wrong, or fear of even being right. So, you know, I have this, I don't know, I fear, what do I fear? It arises, I think, but it doesn't control me. But it used to, and I used to be afraid to be not, like, in the in crowd, or be afraid to voice my opinion because it's not valid and I will be judged by that. And, you know, I'm in a I don't know. I'm in a profession there I have to give my opinions, and I have to criticize constructively, and I really think about that as a teacher, because I don't want to create any unnecessary fear within oneself or in the student. Here's another one. Honestly, I'm scared that you'll get bored of me. Sometimes, yeah, that quote is there, I don't know. And it says, you know, it says that, you'll get bored of me. Are we afraid to be bored? What does boredom mean? Like, you know, because we certainly get bored often. Because, I don't know, not often. I mean, it depends on individually, but that is part of it. And being bored is afraid that someone's going to see you like that. And that, what does that associate? Associate with laziness, or, you know, associate with what? What does that mean? Why do we have to be concerned about what other people think about us? And it's really strange. We are all living in cages with the door wide open. What does that mean? I guess we are. And you know, when fear runs the show, the fear is so overwhelming that we do feel like we're in cages, and we feel yeah, like everything that I said, terrified to make a move. But the door is open, and we naturally get frustrated, we get angry. Those are byproducts of fear and the illusion of that. So we get mad, we snap at people because perhaps we're not being true to ourselves, or we're disappointed in what other people are doing because it doesn't live up to what our standards are. And we get angry, and you're afraid because it's not your way. I guess, I don't know. This is only a speculation and only a perspective of what fear is. Here's another one. I'm going to let you go in just a second. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually scared about where I'm going to be in the future. That's another one, right? The moment is right now, and people are so scared about being in the future. If it scares you, it might be a good thing to try. So there you go. That's something. Face the fear. What I'm here this morning just to share with you is face the fear. I face the fear of sharing with you every day, and it's really subsided as it comes and goes. Fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. I'm not talking about putting your hand in the fire because you're afraid you get burned. That's instinct. That's your intuition. We've also learned that. Fear is a learned thing. It's not final, and it's a learned thing, and we can let go of fear and do things that scare you, because we'll get rid of it. I'm here sharing with you, and I'm really grateful for you watching with me today. It's soft and it's beautiful, and I've got things to do and take care of. Let go of the fear. be with me, share with me. I love you so much, and take care of yourself. Freedom, not feardom. Ciao.